What's going on, guys? CE420 here. Today I want to talk to you guys about plant training. I want to talk to you about the difficulties, the pros, the cons. Should you train your plants, and why would you not want to train your plants? So those are a couple things we're going to be getting into today. Now, obviously my preferred method is to low stress train. Now, why is low stress training my preferred method? That is something we're going to be wanting to answer, but we're also going to go over high stress training and a big reason why in the future, for a little segment of time, I am not going to be training my plants whatsoever. So we're going to get into that. If you have not yet and you want to hear about all the C-word topics, you want to learn about gardening, you want to join the community, you want to have conversation, get some of your questions answered, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and interact with the community. That is absolutely the best way to do it. But why low stress training? So the reason I love low stress training so much is because you can make your plant much stronger over a long period of time without actually damaging the plant significantly. What does this mean for the plant? Well, it means that the plant's going to be able to grow faster, it's not going to get stunted like it would with a topping or a transplanting, and it also will be able to help you build more tops by bending that stem over, multiplying your tops, and multiplying your yield. I think it is a very win-win situation when you're talking about low stress training. The only downside is that you have to do it every single day, or a couple days a week, really. If you get some good low stress training sessions in there, you don't have to be in there every single day. But if you are in there every single day, it gets that much better. So it'll spread out for a long period of time, pretty much throughout the entire veg stage and into early flower. And you can do it in early flower because, again, you're not going to be stunting the plant, you're not going to be causing it too much stress. It's not going to matter all that much. But when you get into high stress training, you start stunting your plant, you start risking accidentally breaking it in ways you didn't intend, and the plant can go over certain challenges and face certain things that it would not otherwise. And that's why I don't do a lot of high stress training. Now, I'll probably do a high stress training video in the future, but this is why I love low stress training and why I'm not going to be training for a period of time. Why is there any reason you wouldn't want to train a plant? Don't you want to get the max you can get out of the plant? You want to get it for all it's worth. You want to make sure your veg time and time you're putting into your garden in general is not going to be in vain, and you're not going to waste anything, and you're going to get everything you can out of a plant. These are things I preach on a regular basis, and I full-heartedly believe in. However, I'm going to be going into a breeding project, and one of the things that I'm going to have to put a huge emphasis on that I'm not used to is natural growth structure based on the genetics that it is acquired from a plant's parents. This is something I'm going to have to pay attention to. It's something I'm going to have to take vigorous notes on and really keep track of what I'm doing. And when it comes to not training your plant to get a genetic expression, you really want to know the morphology of your plant to know how it's going to stack, how the bud size is going to be, how it handles normal stress, how it reacts to food, and you're not so much going to want to worry about how it's reacting to your precision stresses. In my opinion, the perfect scenario to put your plant through if you're trying to find out its genetic expressions is to go through a textbook grow and not train your plant, keep the environment where it needs to be in a comfortable, thriving range to find out exactly what your plant's made of so you can breed accordingly or cut out plants accordingly. It is going to be a very strenuous process. It is going to be a very time-consuming process, but I believe it is going to pay off extreme dividends, not only with the seeds, which I will be able to eventually distribute and spread to the community, whether I sell them online or give them to my friends and family for free, or people I meet online for free. But it's going to be a very great thing, and I'm really looking forward to it. And it's really going to be a new thing to me because almost No, every single plant I have ever grown, I have done some training to. So having the restraint to not train a plant, other than obviously defoliation, that's probably the only thing I'm going to be doing, is because that still gives you a good idea of the morphology of the plant while not introducing any significant stress. Just keeping things clean, seeing how much larvae is produced or if the buds are dense all the way down. Those are things I'm going to be looking for. But other than that, really, the terpene profile, the trichome density, all that should be fairly consistent and should not vary too much based on training unless I'm giving it light stress. But those are some reasons why I love low stress training, and at some point I'm not going to be training. What kind of training do you do? Do you implement a lot more high stress training than I do? Every once in a while when I break a top, I try to make the most of it, and I do treat it like a topping. But a lot of the times I do have to end up, I had one scenario I had to end up just completely scrapping that branch, stripping everything off of it, and now it's just a naked branch, because it was just so close to flowering. When I accidentally broke the top off that plant, it wasn't going to stretch and get to the rest of the canopy. Very big bummer, but you live and you learn, and you take the L's as they come. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I have been CE420. If you liked today's video, please leave a like. If you are new, subscribe. If you're old, hit the bell. Make sure all your notifications are on, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much.